Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2024, you guys. This is one of, I made a couple of different ones recently, a couple are Christmassy, so I won't go into that since we're into 2024. If you're interested, you can private message me, but this is the Winter Garden Kit from My Porch Prints, and my version, my vintage version of using that kit. I don't use kits that often. I use my own images, my own quotes, but I love this slate blue color. And so I just hang on there. I fixed this cover with, well, that is not an image. This is it's a pocket, and I use my normal coffee dyed laces, coffee dyed papers, laces, buttons that I like to do. It's just what I do, my style. And oh my goodness, good grief, I haven't done this for a while. And I'm bumping the camera. There you go. This is the inside pocket. And there's a card in there where the signature would go, and a note, and the year and all that. And these are the pages of the digital kit. I've used tabs, lace doilies, handwritten quotes, and those are all the normal things that I do when I'm putting together a journal, because that's what I would want. And this is a wedding handkerchief. It's a quarter of the wedding handkerchief that I cut into fourths to use it. I don't know whether you can see the design. I'm afraid I got a glare here. It's a gloomy day, and I've had to use the overhead light and then this light ring, so it might be a little bright. But it's a delicately embroidered vintage wedding hanky. And the theme, like I said, is winter garden, so there's birds and garden quotes. You can't fly like an eagle with the wings of a wren. Think about that one for a few minutes. Sad bird still sing. This is a piece that I think my 89-year-old aunt got at a vintage shop, and she sent me some wonderful pieces from Indiana that she found that had been on pillowcases and bed linens, and oh my goodness, I don't want to part with it. The love of gardening is a seed once sown that never dies. That's a Gertrude Jekyll quote. This is an envelope you can open and stick your seed packets and stuff in. Make your notes on your garden. And a pocket with some lace edged ephemera cards, and I tacked them with a little glue so they wouldn't be falling all over the place. And sometimes I do that just to hold everything together. And I ran some twine along here to give it that outdoor feel. And here's an old doily, part of an old doily with some lavender trim that picks up this color. This quote says, "To nurture a garden is to feed not only the body, but also the soul." I guess I'm now qualified to say I am a collector of quotes. I have journals that I write them in, and then I'm not so organized. Then I have to look through several till I find the ones I've marked for baby journals, marriage journals, whatever, encouragement, wisdom, whatever. And I love this piece of trim that I found recently. And the little birds on Stephanie's kits are just adorable. And I have copied this off on my usual 32-pound paper, and the ephemera I copy off on a 65-pound cardstock. I have inked the edges, torn and inked the edges. I'm sure I've forgotten a few. Here's a wonderful piece of lace that I just found recently online, and again, I'm very selective when I use them because I'm afraid I won't find them again. You know how that goes, and that does happen. So here's some cards for journaling about your garden, about your life, whatever. And a belly band, but I glued this on top of the belly band because I wanted the lace stationary. And I use buttons and snippets and so the winter whispers in the clearing in the woods. Well, that's what's happened here in Georgia. We've had an unusually mild winter, and now the last week it's been in the 20s and 30s, so everybody's, of course, complaining about that. But I look at it as hibernation, good creating time. I love January, getting things back from the holidays to normal chores and everything put away. So here, the April showers bring me flowers. The papers in this kit are just gorgeous, and the ephemera. And I just liked giving it that vintage look with not a lot of ephemera, but a lot of room to write. Even if you use this as a personal, this opens, unties and opens, and I've glued the twine on the back so you can untie it. It stays right there. You can write in it and tie it back shut. And this, again, it started out to be a pocket, but I decided to glue the layers shut and put some sari silk and buttons. And this opens. It's always nice to back your paper with one of the contrasting colors to give it interest when you open it up. I love the sound of the paper. Birds sing even after the storms. And here's two more cards. And plenty of journaling space. Oh no, I've been very creative in the last week, and of course I want to keep all of them I journal every day, so I don't always use the ones that I make, but I think I may start doing that. At my age, why not? In depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer. We can only hope that's true for most of us. It's a nice thought. Here's just some more journaling cards. It's a fairly simple journal. And another booklet. And I put the year on it way back here. And I love sitting and just picking up little pieces of ephemera, little snippets of everything, glue it in a bundle, add little keys, little buttons for interest. This, I think, was an old curtain, but has served its purpose since I coffee dyed it. Here's the back cover and the outside of the back cover. And this happens to be a big piece of, not sure whether it's chiffon or what, that I found at a vintage store like several yards, and I forgot I had it. So I decided to glue it carefully in a natural way. And I glued the tie underneath here and the spine, and then covered it with my doily and this chiffon, and then I frayed it. I just started pulling the threads, and then those threads I use when I pull up stuff and make a little snippet. This is another piece of it, which made a really pretty little ribbon. So, this is Winter Garden by My Porch Prints is the digital. She's $125, and I ship in the United States. She would be sent priority, which would be around $12. So you can message me if you're interested. And yeah. Then I'm going to show you this other one because it's My Porch Prints too. This is going to be a longer video than normal for me. But here's my hometown Christmas one, and I put a envelope on the front, key, filled it with some of the ephemera cards, layered the lace. I got several layers of lace here on the front, and took a piece and made a pocket, and then this comes up out of here. I'm sure you've seen these, and you can write on the back, and you can write on the back, and I have. This was made Christmas of 2023, and then I don't usually have so many images, but they were so beautiful, I decided to do it that way. And this particular quote I thought was pretty special. Hope I can find it when I need it again. What is Christmas? It's the tenderness of the past, courage of the present, and hope of the future. And here's you can untie it. You can write inside it and tie it back shut, and a couple layers of lace. In the bakery. And these little cards come out. You can write on the back of them. And I've mixed the printed pages of the kit with coffee dyed pages like this. And then I stamped the edge. And it's just a beautiful, I guess she's about 6 by 8. I don't usually make big ones like this one and the Winter Garden, but for some reason I'm getting a lot of satisfaction out of that because they lay open easier to journal in them and write your Christmas memories in. 'Tis the season, and I put that little church building in there, and this, well, it's in there tight, but it will come out. And this notepad too. And I used the polka dot sari silk. I love that. Give it a little life. I do so much vintage. My husband says, you need some spark of color. But for me right now, this is satisfying to have this neutral palette to work from. And these images are just beautiful of the bookstores, the bakeries, the houses, and I did put that image of a house myself. But these are all, there we go. Christmas magic is silent. You don't hear it, you feel it, you know it, you believe it. And I did a collage here in a little garden shop, herb shop. And like I said, plenty of journaling pages to put your own photographs, your own Christmas memories year by year. And this little card too, that was not part of the kit, but that was something I put in there just as a sweet little reminder of when we were kids. Here's the back. So she too is $125 in priority shipping in the United States. So I hope you enjoy seeing them. I'll put them here side by side so you can, hopefully you'll be able to see these. I'm seeing them really magnified in here, so I'm not sure. I gotta check this video before I load it. But now I'm off to create some new thoughts in my head. We'll see what I come up with. But these two are available, so you can just contact me here on YouTube. You can contact me on Sandy Simpson on my Facebook page, and maybe you can't live without them. And at some point I'll go through this one. This is Shabby Art Boutique, and Carrie Ann's images, and all different kinds of images that maybe that's not, this is one I just made for me, random, but this one's mine, so I just did with it what I wanted, and love him, love this little guy. So this one isn't for sale unless you can't live without it, then I'll talk to you. But this is one I made for me here. And I mean, this week I have finally recovered mentally from October, November, December, I guess. But it's a good feeling. It's a very sweet, calm feeling when you have your creative energy just flowing and you just follow the lead and do it. And this is what I have created. So you guys have a great weekend, wonderful new year, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.